to this, and Ugas now trying to fire back, but he allows Spence to unload another combination.
The geography at this moment does not benefit Ugas. He needs to be in a position where he can throw that long right hand, and he's not there.
Yeah, where's the jab? There's the jab there. Yeah. Set up your punches.
He's choosing to fight on the inside like a phone booth. That's not his best place.
It's not, but if you're going to choose for that fight,
there's a right hand that
you got to let your hands go.
Yeah. Ugas. Errol Spence in rhythm, fully focused.
And the lack of a jab for Ugas, a big issue right now.
There's a right uppercut, left hook combination by Ugas. Spence digs to the body. Left uppercut lands for the truth, Errol Spence. And now Ugas tries to fire back and does so to the body. Fantastic fifth.
On the inside, Errol Spence has been just excellent, throwing a variety of punches, the uppercut, the right hook, and he works the body very effectively, although in this sequence he's concentrating on the head, and the uppercut's been just a very effective weapon for him. He has a great right hook, and that was a beauty. That may have hurt Ugas a little bit. He kind of stepped forward, also throwing the uppercut. Errol Spence is an excellent inside fighter. When Ugas lets his hands go, he can land some shots. This, I think, is a nice uppercut. We talked about the Ugas uppercut. It's a good punch for him. He just hasn't been letting his hands go enough. Spence has thrown over 100 more punches than Ugas.
Ugas credits his trainer, Salas, for literally saving his career. He was in a state of deep depression, away from the sport for a couple of years. Trying to get that hunger back, trying to get the opportunity back, trying to get success back, and look where it's brought him.
Yeah, he went on a 12-1 run, only the very close loss to Sean Porter mixed in there. And tonight, he is now at a pivotal point. He has got to start making something happen in this fight to change the narrative.
And he's trying to do that here in the opening minute of the 6th.
Yeah, he's trying, but this is not his fight. I know he said, I am going to stand in front of him. I'm going to be the same Ugas that I always am. You can't. You got to change your game plan. You got someone different in front of you.
Well, he's cutting the distance. He's getting too close.
He's too close. But again, Ugas is an experienced fighter. He's been here before. You got to know how to change the game plan, especially in the 6th round.
Man, they're just standing right in front of each other. That right hand hurt Spence. Spence is sending to the ropes. Ugas.
Wow.
A momentary lapse in judgment. And Spence smiling. But the ropes could very well have saved him. What is referee Lawrence Cole doing? The mouthpiece was knocked out. What? And this is now allowing Errol Spence an opportunity.
Well, you're supposed to wait for a low and then do it. I guess he considered that a low.
But wow, some drama from Yordenis Ugas, and really the first time we have seen Errol Spence in that kind of adversity in a long time.
Yeah, he's never been down there.
Never been down.
Not in a long time. I don't think I've ever seen Errol Spence. Yeah, in this position.
And the interesting thing is he almost looked not focused when he got hit with that right hand, but he seems to be getting his feet back under him. Ugas needs to take advantage of this.
Yeah, and again, it's when he lets his hands go, when he waits for the opportunity.
I wonder if the mouthpiece was knocked out, and then there was this quick paralysis move here. Now Ugas coming back, but it definitely seemed to break the concentration of Spence, and now Spence trying to come back into the round here. Wow! The ebb and flow of two of the best. we go to round 7. Wow.
This is where Errol Spence was pushed back. Now the mouthpiece comes out, and Morrow is correct.
Yeah, see?
He thought, are you going to stop this and get the mouthpiece? Instead, Ugas correctly kept punching. And Lawrence Cole didn't see the mouthpiece go out. And you see Spence kind of motioning. So the mouthpiece would come out from this kind of right uppercut. And while Spence is fixated on the mouthpiece, he will get nailed by a right hand by Ugas. Now, was Lawrence Cole coming in to try and stop the action? That may have added to the confusion. And then later in the round, Spence got his wits about him after a short break for the mouthpiece, and then he went to banging away on the Ugas body and came back in that round to make it still a close round, though likely Ugas would have won. Fascinating sequence.
Yeah, fascinating first 6 rounds.
Yes.
We begin the second half of this championship fight. Errol Spence Jr. undefeated. He has 2 straps. Yordenis Ugas has 1. Terrence Crawford has the other. Let's bring in our unofficial scorer, the Hall of Famer, Steve Farhood.
Well, that round, that 6th round with that controversial punch that clearly hurt Spence. The first round I gave Ugas in the fight. It's interesting. The referee did not rule that the most Spence up, or it could have been a 10-8 round. First round, almost nothing happened. I gave it to Spence based on a couple of jabs. Then he was winning each round since by a bigger margin. That's here, guys.
All right, Steve, Errol Spence is delivering some uppercuts and some left hands that are bothering Yordenis Ugas. The crowd erupting here at AT&T Stadium. Ugas has been down twice in his career. Still smiling, but boy, his face beginning to swell up due to the offensive onslaught of Errol Spence Jr.
Wow, what a way to come back in this round for Errol Spence, really. That last round, he wasn't happy that he got hit the way he did.
And for Ugas, it's incumbent upon him to do something offensively to change his narrative.
Spence continues to work the body. Yordenis Ugas trying to keep him at bay with the jab, but Spence able to close the distance. And now Ugas staggers him momentarily with the right, but Spence going back to the body with the left.
You don't want to stand in front of Ugas. I mean, Spence.
And it's interesting because Spence told us he doesn't stand in front of opponents, but he is standing in front of Ugas right now and bringing the fight to the Cuban. A nice bounce back round for Errol Spence Jr. Nearly 40,000 fans, many of them on their feet, enjoying every second of this action.
In that round, Errol Spence landed 39 punches, according to show stats. And this uppercut, one of the most important